Why aren't you training your black cunt? I'm on my own here.
Did he just call me a black cunt?
Yes, he did.
You can't do that. That's racist.
But you are black and you are the cunt, Ernie. Those are the facts. I don't take pride in cares what race you're running.
The fact that I'm black has nothing to do with the fact I'm a cunt.
But he didn't say black people were cunts, Ernie. He was being specific to you. One has nothing to do with the other. And I'd go a step further, if I'm not mistaken, and say it was a term of familiar affection.
Prime Time's a gypsy. I won't call him a pikey cunt.
Why not? He might be very understanding. Only if it comes from a place of love, of course.
I hate to break it to you, friend, but your balloon's getting ready to pop. And that balloon's full of your own butt toots.
Are you trying to trash talk me?
You might want to decide whether or not you're going to buy toilet paper or aftershave because your face is like a butt.
Oh, my God. You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
I do know how to trash talk.
Let me give you some trash talk, okay? You know what the difference between your mama and a washing machine is? When I dump a load in the machine doesn't follow me around for 3 weeks. Now you go.
Whoa, let's stop talking with this guy.
We won Best Detroit Podcast.
Don't you say another word to me.
Hey, that goes for cocksuckers and retards.
Sauce is a weird thing to call somebody.
Stop being a fucking pussy. Just do it. Someone needs to say it is the greatest podcast ever.
Someone I proudly call my friend and fellow podcaster. He goes by the hardcore metal name of Soft.
Soft is a weird thing to call somebody.
Oh, he's got all the awards locked up. Rookie of the Year, locked up. MVP, locked up. Prettiest hog at the Mecklenburg County Fair, locked up.
Soft is a weird thing to call somebody.
I got to see Soft Weekly there.
There were some people on the show that didn't want it.
I got a sportster who's tearing up the Australian League. Living goals.
I am hard, but I am fair.
Hey, everybody, listen up. It's the Professional Podcast.
I do not look down on niggers.
Was Eric Zane there?
We're going to do a lot of that.
And here we go, all you cocksuckers. I'm back. Yes, my last week's episode was a failure. I took it on the chin hard from everybody, friends and foes alike, but I am back. So fuck all of you guys. It was an interesting week for me. I made up with some old friends. Very funny. I don't know if you guys caught the Rubberneckers show. I took a little heat from the Two movement because evidently I didn't go at John hard enough, but that's not why I went there. I really went there to make up with Jamingo. Like, him and I go back a long way. And it was my fault. It was my fault. He was mad at me, but he was really pissed off, and he took it too far. I think he held the grudge too long. I don't know if he took it too far, but he held the grudge too long. So that was my point of going on that show. I heard someone refer to it as a circle jerk at one point. I'm not sure if that's absolutely true. We will be covering Win by Two's coverage of Rubberneckers. They were sniping it. I haven't watched it yet, so I'll get to see it for the first time. So that will be fun to do. I titled this episode John's and Genos and John's because I figured Geno would be live streaming. He always is on Saturday at 1 o'clock, but he is not today, so I'm assuming he's jumping rope. We will do a check to see if we get a jump rope even video, or maybe he goes on later. I'm not sure what's happening, but we'll check back in on Geno. So it was an interesting week for the handful of people that follow the life of Soft. Last week, so this is after my debacle episode, I think. Yeah, this was after my debacle. And then John mentioned it on Win by Two on his Thursday show that him and Bex and I went into the Boomer Bunker chat because we were there the week before. And I think, as has been mentioned many times, we weren't even saying anti-Jamingo stuff. We were just saying pro-Bob stuff, fucking with John. But we weren't saying like a donut, fat, or, any of that shit. We were just saying, wow, this Bob guy's really good, shit like that. And so the next week we got banned. And Here you go. We'll take a look at how the show went for Jamingo.
Here's the thing. I've seen her before. There's people like her and that Pearl girl from. She's another one. She's talking about bringing it back to the old days. And I get it. You're trying to get a man or whatever, but
Is she?
I don't even know how to explain it. Okay, so here's
all right. So I don't know what's going on here, but watch what happens in a second.
It takes two, but everybody is so self-centered and so worried about themselves that they cannot have that give and take that you need to be in a relationship. Right, Bob?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
You're not wrong.
Bob never listens to John. Bob's always doing something else.
I know what he was responding to. No. So what was her point? Because I literally she started yelling and I'm just. She was just too.
All right, now in a second, Jamingo's roadcaster is going to start going bad.
Bob, you said the trolls wouldn't come to Twitch, but they're here.
Oh, here we are, guys.
Bex Rock says, "Juice will soothe."
Soothe.
And then Soft Weekly says, "John blocks, clip it." I went over and unblocked you on Rumble.
See, he admitted he blocked us all after 1 week of just saying Bob is cool.
Does John feel like it's okay to censor? Because
we're still talking about this. I mean, we're on a subject.
Johnny Blaze.
Right, it's my show. I'm going to address the chat. It's my show, and if I want to block you, then I'm going to block you. That's all.
John blocks. Still,
I pay the cost. I'm the boss.
Jamingo blocks. Clip it.
Behave, and if you don't behave,
yeah, Johnny, I don't like that.
Gainesville,
by the way.
Gainesville.
That's not cool.
What's that?
Oh, here's some stupid Jew jokes. They're funny.
I don't know where he's kind of leading with that.
I think they make great lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Jewish people. Hey, Johnny, what do you think about the blacks?
Shalom.
Whenever you use the word in front of something, be careful.
Yeah, like the gays. He's right there.
The blacks, the Jews, the women, the Muslims. What do you believe about? What do you think about them? All right.
It's coming up. I want to get to where Jamingo breaks down. Here it comes.
Something's going on with my Roadcaster Pro. It's not. I don't have my beep thing here. It's like locked up, and I'm afraid to touch it because it's recording.
Just blink twice in a row, and I'll happen for you.
I don't even know if it's recording. It kind of locked up. The whole thing locked up.
So are we addressing that?
Oh, here, look.
That chick who came
6
out and
million
yelled?
seems a lot. 6 million seems like a lot.
Yeah, the Jews, John.
I don't know what that means. All right, I got to do something here because I'm locked up. So
I don't know. We got another topic.
Guys, talk amongst yourselves.
We'll just talk
All right.
amongst ourselves. All right.
So let me see if I can.
Tinker with
let's
something.
see if I got any more.
All right, let's see till he comes back. Oh, he was gone for a while. I don't have any more of him on that clip, actually. He didn't come back. He was gone for a while. What's funny about it, we'll watch these guys talking about it for a second, I guess. Because what's funny about it is Jamingo actually
here's the thing.
He knows a lot about podcasting, and he does have a separate studio.
$10, they spit him out.
But it's upstairs.
Well, the interesting
so
part is I heard
during this time, he's sweating his ass, several 100-pound ass with bad knees, running upstairs to try and get his new roadcaster, dude. He gets back down there.
I think it's the fact
he looks like he's going to have a heart attack. His face is all red. He's sweating. It's very funny. It's very funny. But the only reason I brought up that clip is because I had already agreed to go on Rubberneckers at that time, and they were gonna make fun of me for having tech problems, and then turn around and they had them immediately. I don't know if it's karma or whatever, but I thought it was very funny. And John came back, and the show went on flawlessly, and we ribbed him much more, but I guess he was a sport about it. So I think I have a little more, I have some Rubbernecker stuff we'll get to in a little bit. But there was another thing that happened. I was watching Win by 2. before I went on Rubberneckers, because it was the same night. Rubberneckers went on at 9 and Win by 2 started at I think 6:30 or something, whatever it was. And I was watching Win by 2 because I liked that show. I would be a liar if I said, "Oh yeah, it was so cool. I liked it enough to go on it." And then as soon as I got fired, and now I think it sucks. I mean, it's less good without me, but I don't think it sucks. John's cool. I like watching that show. So I was on there or in the chat watching and stuff, and John said one of the most profound things. I mean, it's really like a good diatribe or whatever you'd want to call it. You know, just check it out. I mean, John really dropped some knowledge here.
He doesn't deserve any of this, man. I see you, Taxa Steph. I see you. What's the clown one? Let's put this one up.
Now, I've never heard anyone say that before, and he's so right. I mean, look at him. He's laying down the shit, dude. I mean, I've been covering Aaron for a long time, but he's pointing out shit I've never noticed before, dude. Look, I'm as much in disbelief as he is. It's all new to us. It's fucking amazing. That's why I wish I was still on this show, because he finds stuff like this and then he's able to communicate it to the audience so well. You know, even if I hated Win by 2 before, I would love him now. He's got it here. This is one of the best things I've heard in the last month on the internet. It was fucking amazing. Oh, no one's ever said that before either. Let's see.
I fucked up. I take So let's do it. Let's throw some tomatoes here. Where are they going to land? Right there.
Oh,
right there on my chin. Fuck.
And John takes it on the chin, as he
Let's
should.
throw some tomatoes at me, man. I fucked up. I take full accountability. Throw your tomatoes. Let's do it. Give me your best shot. Do it now. Or forever hold your peace. Wow. Time out. Hey. Langus, we're not throwing pickles. Keita K, oh, you backstabber. Oh, she's throwing tomatoes. Poo Sala Grande throwing his tomato.
Oh, and sorry, I didn't mean to switch it like that, but that wasn't Win by 2's only technical difficulty this week. This one is pretty good. I think our friend John DiCaprio felt like Icarus, and he flew too close to the sun when he started playing videos before his This is the restart. Okay, here, let me see the countdown. Oh, here we go. What happened? I went to the other room for a minute. Now no stream. Yes, John tried to push it too far by playing the videos instead of just the music, and they took him down. It was very funny. All right, so let's see what the fans have to say. Let's see what John says about it.
Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back.
Before you got started.
Than ever, but apparently Softcast is up to his antics right off the bat. Let's get him. trying to derail my stream. Now, hopefully everyone can see me, hear me all right. Put a 2 in the chat if you could see and hear me. If everything's all right on this end. I mean, I've done this 1,000 times before. You know, played the music in the beginning. I just don't usually play the music video, and I think that's what got me popped.
Yes,
So
it
that's
is,
note
my
to
friend.
self.
Yes, it
We're
is.
just gonna play music from now on. Fucking Van Halen. What's Saw saying? So we got 2s. Okay, so LL Cooley coming in with a 3. I'm not sure what that quite means. Maybe he's watching a different program, but that's fine. All good. All right, cool. So we are live. Appreciate it, guys. Welcome into the show, Thursday night edition.
All right, so that's it with what happened to those guys before the week. I just thought it was very interesting because I served up a stinker. You know what I mean? I wanted it to be a good show, and it was terrible. I had tons of tech issues. And I knew both those guys would have a field day with it. And then they both had their own tech issues. So I thought that was quite funny. It doesn't really take away my responsibility for my shitty show, but I thought it was fun. At least it gave me a chance to laugh a little. All right, I was maybe gonna have someone on here today, but I don't think they're getting ready to do it. He's holding up a sign I cannot see. Something. Can't read it. Can't read it. Just tweet it to me. I can't read that sign in the green room, man. It's too fuzzy. Oh, it just I thought it was free speech matters. That's right. I'm getting an echo, John. John DiCaprio, ladies and gentlemen. I am. I think he fixed it now because I was getting an echo. No, now I'm getting it again.
Take me out. I'll come back and I'll fix my audio.
All right. See, all the time it was supposed to be. It was. Look, let me read comments for a second. I haven't done that. I want to say hi to people. And let's see. John Domingo. No, my God, he's doubling. Yes, that was not me. Domingo, you're funny to laugh at by LL Cooley. LL, how's it going, buddy? Detroit's here. Nice to see you, Detroit. Jody B is here. Bex. Keena K. Hank, the homeless clown, is here. I can't tell if that guy likes me or hates me. He seems pretty cool. Sometimes he says nice stuff. Sometimes he says mean stuff, but I do that too, so I'm not upset about that. I wanted to go over Win by Two's coverage of me with John. I thought that would be funny. Let me see. Oh, here's another thing I can get to real quick while John's fixing his audio. Because I told him yesterday or today that his last show was recorded really low. And he didn't think it was that bad. So the clips I've played from him so far, I boosted all the audio in those. Oh, let me pull up this window. I boosted all the audio in those clips because it was recorded so low.
Robert Neckers.
All right, here you go. I think this is the one. Let me see. Let me pause it though.
Robert Neckers.
All right. I think this is the right clip. See, I'm gonna fuck it up now. Hold on. All right. this is going fucked now. John's audio problems have killed me. Just kidding. I want to play this one. I get it. All right, here we go.
Oh, there they are.
Here because we have a lot of mutual friends, and
This is
Jody
great.
B is wearing one of my shirts that I made, and he was also the co-host on my very first podcast, which is very funny. It's
Soft's
called
got
We
my
Solve
background.
Racism.
That
it
is
was with a couple
fucking
of young black
hilarious.
gentlemen who have now
Do you
been
think he's
canceled.
watching? Yeah, I think he's watching.
Like they do. They might have got the cops called on them. Shot. I
Dude,
don't
we
know.
got to get
They live in
Soft
the
to
Bay
start.
Area.
So to be honest with you,
I might try to get Soft to do what Mountain did to Corey.
he's the Henry Kissinger.
So here is where I boosted the audio, and I think in a second, let me see. Oh no, where is this? No, this is just the downloaded clip. It's not the right
Get
one.
him, John.
I got to go
You'll
find.
Oh, it's too good.
No, see, that
That's
was
too
the
good.
wrong clip. I blew it. Sorry, everyone. But I will bring John back now. I think he's ready. Let's see.
Is that any better? You getting doubled?
Oh yeah. No, I'm still doubling.
You're still doubling, huh?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Probably should have set this up before the fucking show.
Right.
Well, let me listen to it. Take me off the screen until we figure this out.
I don't know if it might be on my end. Really, I don't know. Him coming back into my system might be fucking. I might be doing it wrong. I don't see how though. All right, then what else do I got? Another failure? No. Oh, Jody B says it's a fail. All right. I have. It's going poorly again. It'll be all right though. Going by 2. Okay. All right. We'll just start going over the win by
Neckers.
the win by 2 coverage, and if John can get back in, that'll be great. If he won't, we'll see what he says about the whole thing here. Hold on. All right. Here we go.
Oh, there they are.
Here because all right.
The Soft's
We
got
have
my
a lot of
background.
mutual friends, and
This is
Jody
great.
B is wearing one of my shirts that I made, and he was also the co-host on my very first podcast, which is very funny. It's
Soft's
called
got
We
my
Solve
background.
Racism.
That
it
is
was with a couple of
fucking
young black
hilarious.
gentlemen who were. I put that background up because I really didn't know how this thing was gonna go, and you know how like certain animals in the wild, they'll like bulk up and spread their wings or whatever, and make themselves look bigger. That was just kind of like a subtle way to flex to Jamingo, just like, dude, I'm prepared either way this goes. I didn't go into it with bad intent, but I wasn't sure what his intention was be. So I was letting him know that I was prepared for it to go in either direction.
Now,
We have now
do you
been
think he's
canceled.
watching? Yeah, I think he's watching.
I was watching, but I wouldn't have done that to Jamingo and Jody. What Corey did to Aaron, I wouldn't have done that.
Like they do. They might have got the cops called on them. Shot. I don't
Dude, we
know.
got to get
They live in
Soft
the
to
Bay
start.
Area.
So to be honest with you,
I might try to get Soft to do what Mountain did to Corey.
he's the Henry Kissinger.
Oh,
of
let's try that, dude.
podcasting. He basically was talking.
Yeah,
to
I
me.
wouldn't have done
Sabotage
that.
this show.
You're right. There's no sense of being mad at Soft anymore.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
bring
being-
people together, Soft. That's what I've done on this show. I've righted all the
I gotta
wrongs
open up
and built
Twitter.
new bridges for Jamingo. Now I have to put steel reinforced I-beams under those motherfuckers, and sometimes he still breaks them again. But I'm trying to this is Jamingo 2.0, Soft.
He says being mad at Soft weekly is like kicking a puppy. Why would
Oh.
you do that? I said, you're right.
Oh,
You're right. Goddamn.
Jody B. That's not nice.
I made a good point. Well, okay. Well, in John's defense, I guess a puppy wouldn't record him saying the N-word and share it with his friends on Discord.
Oh,
so
here-
I guess it's
yeah,
not like kicking a puppy.
Well, in all truth, and the man is in
Chubber-
the chat.
Chubber
I
Beckers.
did not record that, and that
Wait.
was shared to me
Chubber
when I was
Peckers.
putting
There we
together.
go.
And John, you know the story now. At first, you
But
thought
you
I
can't
recorded
type
it out of the chat.
in
but what
their
happened
chat.
is,
I already tried.
I was
What?
making a. Just to clarify, I don't know who was watching what stream or whatever. I didn't record John saying the N-word in a chat. That was given to me by someone else who John is still friendly with. Matter of fact, it's one of the people that he yelled at during the fat donut thing. You know, so I didn't even do that. I was making a soundboard of a bunch of stuff I got I got off what Jamingo said on podcasts, and I was telling people about it, and then Manbrain said, "Hey, I got a drop for you," and he sent it to me, and it was that one. So I didn't record it. John always had that wrong. I didn't record that video or that sound drop. It was given to me. Domingo sound.
Chris, what do you mean you can't type in the chat? Are you banned, Chris?
Our buddy from Australia sent me the very last clip. I did not.
Guess you back
record that.
again. Thank you for the gift, Sam V. Glad to have you on board to the two movements, Sam V.
So here's the thing.
Cucking it up to softcast.
I don't mind if
Yeah.
people record in.
Just last week, these two were arch rivals, arch nemesis. Now they're circle jerking each other off.
That's
They're
where it
trying to make
came
friendships
from.
because they have a common enemy.
DiCaprio.
That enemy is me. Now, John can't take me down alone. Softcast can't take me down alone. I don't really know this Jody B, so we'll kind of exclude him from the conversation. So they think they could team up and together, like Captain fucking Planet, they could, they could team up and fucking take me out. Dave Manbrain says, I think that's one of their friends, actually.
Dave Manbrain is the guy that sent me the N-word clip. Yes, that's one of our friends, but he's the guy that sent the clip.
Girth Brooks says, betrayed. I feel dumb. Don't feel dumb, Girth Brooks. It happens to the best of us, man. It happens to the best.
We've become friends now, or at least I am friendly with Dave.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
See, what's crazy is I didn't know John last week. Soft has always talked about him, but I never actually watched any of his shit. But now, all of a sudden, they've made an alliance, and I hate this guy. You know what I mean? How the tables turned, man.
That is not true at all. And Jamingo and Jody B are in the chat, and I'm sure they'll attest to it. John and I have no alliance. What John and I have done is agreed to go back to our former format where we both shit on each other, but there's no bad blood in the middle of it. You know what I mean? There was some real hate before, and there's not anymore. So John and I definitely don't have an alliance. I see Dr. Chow in the chat. Hey, I didn't see your fucking your power rankings on Fridays. You said after, I'm gonna put them out on Fridays now. Swing and a miss, as Stuttering John says. What happened, Dr. Chow? Man, I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, and then you didn't put them out Friday. What happened? All right, let's get back to this.
How the tables fucking
Here, why
turned.
we killed everybody? And next thing you know, they all be eating, drinking vodka and eating whatever.
I'm trying to get soft to
That's it. Vodka, butt sex, and bologna sandwiches. Jody B 2024. We'll stop this problem in Ukraine.
I don't know anyone that dislikes Jody B. I think he's universally known as a nice guy. You know what I mean? And he doesn't do what I do in podcasting space or even what you does. Jody B is kind of a nice guy. Everyone knows him that way. And he's clever and he's charming and he's funny, so people like him.
I have my moments, believe it or not. There's a few members of the Jody B fan club. I think they're a part of your universe at the moment. So we'll see. We'll get into that.
Yeah, Jeff Closer knows.
But I also think like Jody B's been shot in the face. So he's like, hey,
TWO
everyone,
until
just
I
fucking calm
DIE.
down. Let's just fucking be reasonable. You
I
know
can't
what
believe
mean?
Soft ripped my background.
That's hey dickhead, Billy dickhead. I think you're watching right now. That's
See, that's funny. He said ripped his background, and I did that as, like I said, like a flex. I was letting Jamingo know if the shit went sideways, I was ready because I knew John's plan was to do like a Corey Nola thing, even though we didn't talk about it. And I was totally prepared if it went that way. That wasn't a rip, dude. That was an homage to Win by 2.
Why don't use a ring light to light up my face? Because I'm ugly as fuck. This is much better. Black light and sparkly lights. I wouldn't have a camera at all if these dickhead
Jody,
wouldn't complain that
want
he
no
can't see
problems.
me in the dark. Blah 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 blah. That's why I don't use a light. I think more people on YouTube should take that advice and stop shooting themselves with their double chins and their fucked up eyebrows and their nose hair in 4K for the internet to see.
I agree.
Valid point by Jody B. Valid point.
I agree with that
Again,
sentiment.
So
It's like if you're gonna buy a camera, at least buy a goddamn light.
Oh, you almost said my name. Don't do it, John.
Soft.
Oh.
I said soft.
I know, but you.
Like, I have no problem with.
Yeah, you guys didn't hear it well, but Jamingo almost said my real name now. Jamingo, Jody B, Boomer Bob. John DiCaprio even knows my real name. I believe Bex Rocks does too, but that's always in just my first name, but that's always in the spirit of honesty or whatever. What's funny here is none of these guys they've never called me my real name. They've always called me Soft. And Jamingo, you can't hear it in this one because DiCaprio was talking. Sorry, I got to say Jamingo and DiCaprio now because they're both fucking Johns from Philly. So, but Jamingo started to say my name and then he said Soft. And it happens again. Jody B does it. And then some other guys start dropping hints about my first and last name in the chat. They were like subtle doxing me, dude. It was very weird.
This Jody B. But it's confirmed they watched my coverage last week and they're mad. They're fuming because this is like this is the most heat they've had ever in podcasting career. So now they're just fascinated by me.
I've said this a million times. What I do, and I think what John does as well, is we're like the.
I mean, I look like this guy looks like he's like ready to go to a laser tag arena and fucking light it up with the little kids.
Jody B taking heat.
He's going to a New Brunswick bowling alley and ready to bowl a fucking turkey a few times.
Pop culture, whatever.
Buy a ring light. I'll send you one for free.
We do. We just cover the internet. That's what we do.
Okay, so. If I can just let me monologue for just a minute, because after last week's show, I went down a rabbit hole because I had never heard of Red.
Now look, he's gonna
wait. That is a lie. John Jamingo could never fit down a rabbit hole. You know what I mean? It was a much larger hole. It was like a giant bear den. It wasn't a rabbit hole.
Watch, he's gonna compare me to Red Bar. Here we go.
Take a moment and
oh yeah,
he thinks
here's
he's a fucking
you call it.
right now. He thinks he's getting me.
You got me. That was good.
He almost shit his pants. So then I went back and I started looking at Red Bar, and he is like the Howard Stern of what he does here on the internet. He's the one that started it, and I went back. I didn't.
Now this is a funny take, and I know people. Maybe it's not funny, but this is the truth. Is until I started covering Steel Toe and then met some other people, I had no fucking idea who Red Bar was. Really, I don't. And now I have an idea who he is, and his show is pretty funny, or his clips that I see are pretty funny. All his shit's behind a paywall, and I don't know the guy, so I'm not gonna pay for him, go behind this paywall and watch his show every day because all I see is clips or whatever. And I guess I could see some similarities, but I hate when people do that. They're like, "Oh, this show is similar to that show, so he's a clone or whatever." I mean, that would be like saying, "This show here is a clone of Who's Right." They got a fat guy and an ugly guy, and they talk about stuff. So, you're just a clone of Who's Right. John Jamingo is Mean Doug and Jody B is Ugly Anthony. I hate that clone shit. It's bullshit. It makes no sense.
Watch a lot of his stuff, but I kind of clipped around, and then I'm like, oh, okay. So that's what John Win by 2 is. He is when Howard Stern first started, the first time he simulcast in Philadelphia. Then he went to Washington. And then all of a sudden, all these other small markets and all, they always had this Howard Stern wannabe.
Oh, Keena K, that's
like,
without question. This guy's been podcasting since 2010. I've been doing it for 2.5, 3 years, and I am light years beyond this guy. Light years. I have a better looking studio, a better sounding studio. I deliver. I'm funnier. I'm way better looking. I'm in better shape. And yeah, it's just, you know, this is.
Now, here's one thing I will say. DiCaprio is right about this. DiCaprio's studio is nicer. His cameras are very nice. He works very hard on his production. But I mean, Jamingo knows a shitload about the audio podcasting world, dude. He knows what the fuck he's doing. That's one thing, you know, I can shit on him being a fat, him being an asshole, him being whatever. But I can't shit on John for what he knows about audio podcasting. That guy knows his shit. He gets paid to produce audio podcasts and to consult about them. The guy knows what the fuck he's doing in the audio space.
What do you got? Oh, he's a Red Bar copycat. It's like, all right, dude, I've heard that excuse 1,000 times. It's meaningless at this point.
Right?
I said, no, Bread Bar.
Oh,
He's a
Bread
chunky
Bar.
fellow. I'm chunky too, John. Don't be mad. I got titties. Just
Hey,
playing.
listen, in Jersey, everybody's chunky. Everybody in Jersey's chunky.
Mutagrass looks like a member of LMFAO. Shot. Yeah. Good one. Oh, he's calling you a Red Bar copy. Yeah, Bex. It's like, I've heard this.
Right, like DiCaprio and I haven't talked about this a million times. He hears it all the time. He also heard Jesse PS clone we were laughing about for a while, that he was a Jesse PS clone. So, and I don't want to go over it all again, but all that clone shit is stupid. It's like, yeah, I like a show, you like a show. If I like a show, then of course I'm going to have stuff, influence from that show. It doesn't mean I'm trying to clone it. Anyone that goes out of their way to clone a show is setting up a recipe for failure. No one wants to see a clone. They want to see original stuff, you know? Hold on, and we may have someone back. Let's see. Let me test.
Am I in, bro?
Oh yeah, you're live, dude.
All right, how
and
we doing?
I'm not echoing, so it's cool.
All right, run it. What's up?
All right, cool.
I gotta put my shades on.
Turn up your audio or your volume a little on your voice, though.
Is that any better?
Yep, that's good. All right. Have you been following what I've been doing so far? I'm just going through it. Like I said, I didn't see any of your coverage at all. I just figured I'd watch it live. And at the time, I didn't even know that you would be on with me, but I think it would be fun to watch it together.
Yeah, man. I've been kind of following it. I hear somewhat of an echo. I don't know. Just roll with it, I guess. If it.
Okay, I don't hear it on my end. I don't. The chat will tell us how fucked up it is, and you and I will decide later whose fault it was.
It's probably your fault, to be honest, man, because it's always your fault. Blame Softcast for any technical difficulties that may arise.
And I want to be a good host, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. John DiCaprio, my friend. Despite what people think, John and I are still buddies. So don't try and drive a wedge between us. It may put you on our radar.
Yeah, can you full screen me real quick?
Yep. Hold on, let me check. All right. Let me see.
So this is what I was. Yeah, I think you're good. I think you got me.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah.
So we will bring that to the next show. We got Softcast on demand, ladies and gentlemen. We also have Jonathan S. Jamingo. There's John here in studio. He made his way down. There's a couple of donuts in it for him, as you guys could see. So we will be rolling this out on tomorrow's show. But enough about me. Soft, get back to your show.
No. I want to not like you need my help, but what are you going to talk about on tomorrow's show? What do you got served up?
I've yet to decide. I mean, obviously, the usual suspects. Probably cover your sabotage of me on today's program. Now I had to reroute my whole audio system. We'll get into it, though. I have a whole list I have to go over.
Dude, the Soft Weekly tech team was working hard all week to sabotage you, Jamingo. We even got Aaron from Steel Toe. We got everyone this week.
I'm excited for it.
It worked
man.
out quite well.
Yeah, get me on full screen here. I feel like I'm doing my show now. There we go.
Right, no, I'm trying to exit full screen. There we go. We're back, right? All right, so we've got up to we're not too far in. I don't know. I know you laughed when you heard Jody B say he's ugly as fuck. Do you know why he's ugly as fuck? Did you hear that part?
Who is he referencing to? Me? I'm ugly as fuck?
No, him when he talked about his lighting. Because I was saying that how he's very nice. I was mentioning how he's very nice and stuff, and then I was like, you probably calm down after you've been shot in the face. You're like, hey everyone, let's just relax a little, not to get too out of control. And then he started to mention you and why he doesn't have lots of lights and shit. He's like, because he doesn't like to show his face.
Yeah, but isn't it a little bit strange?
On the end.
Isn't it a little bit strange how, and I have no problems with this Jody B character. So Jody B, don't take, super offense to this, but it's like, again, I get it. You might not be the best looking guy. And that's, a fair, you're admitting, I guess, fairness there. But it's like, at least buy a fucking ring light, man. Just light up something. Nobody wants to, I get it. These guys are audio podcasters, so they're not used to being on video. But you're on YouTube now. You're on Rumble. You're on Twitch. It's like, buy a fucking light. Like, how cheap are we? I'm not saying Jody B's cheap. I don't know. He might have his reasons. He's ugly. I don't know. But it's like, come on, man. This is not fucking, we're not rookies here.
He even said in the chat, I don't have to defend him. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying what I know about him. You know what I mean? I used to have a thing when we were on Discord, I wouldn't talk to people if they didn't put their camera on. I was like, I don't know who the fuck you are unless you have your camera on.
It's weird,
fuck you.
Man. It's definitely weird. What are you
all
hiding?
All right, let's see what else you got to say here.
Not even a good comeback anymore.
That was the 3 that I came up with.
Like, there's definitely inspiration that I've taken from Red Bar, for sure. That's definitely not a secret. But if you watch this show and you're like, oh my God, like, it's Red Bar, it's like, you're fucking high.
He's got camera and the way he does everything. I mean, it's very, very impressive.
I don't think you're... I get why people compare it to Red Bar, but I don't think your camera shots are the same. I don't, like what John just said, I don't necessarily agree with. I get why people make comparisons, but I don't see the things John says. Like
John's just pissed because, again, I said it on my show. I've been doing this, way less than he has, and I am prospering. My numbers reflect it. People love the 2 movement. People love win by 2. And John can't break without us at the 2 movement, without win by 2 stream sniping him, John wouldn't break 5 views. And I get it. He might be an audio genius. That's all fine and good. Go back to the fucking audio world then. No one wants to see you on camera with your fucking fat jiggling up and down. It's atrocious. Makes me vomit.
Whip it. Excellent. I knew you would bring the heat too.
So then I went back to look at John. He's got like a background that kind of looks like that, and he turns around to look at the green screen. And
first of all, that's not a green screen. That's a TV, right? We've talked
Right.
about this millions of times. That's why it's like the way it is. That's not a green screen.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you can't tell this is a TV, I don't know. You might need to get your fucking brain checked. Lay off the fucking donuts, Jonathan boy.
All right, so let's see what other wisdom Jamingo will impart on us.
it's not, again, it's like a knockoff.
I like people that talk shit, though, John. I'm a fan of WATP. And
Thank
I
you.
know about the Dabbleverse and all
What
that
about
shit,
Carl?
too.
What about your fan? What about your love for Steel Toe? Steel Toe talks shit. Chad Zuma, Kevin Brennan.
But y'all have like a lot of reoccurring topics. Yeah, you do everything on the internet, or you kind of stick to the family of people you shit on.
And that's a point I made to them earlier. And John, you and I have talked about it before. Is like Jamingo and guys like that, they talk shit on politicians they don't like, or current affairs. They don't, current events and all that kind of stuff. They're always, that show talks shit. That's all they do is talk shit.
Right.
Just what we do is we confine our shit talking to, like the internet space. So we talk shit about other people on the internet. We don't talk about the president or Nancy Pelosi or Britney Spears or any of that other bullshit.
Yeah, I said this on my show too, man. It's like, they all want to deflect because we're talking about different podcasters means that we're trying to somehow copy off other people. And it's like what these guys do, the Steel Toes, the Rubberneckers, specifically John Jamingo, they do the same thing, but it's it's targeted at politics or more mainstream news. You're doing the same thing. You're talking shit, you're commenting, you're adding your own critiques, your own spin on it. And then you try to point the finger as if we're like what we're doing is horrible and a ripoff. It's like, I don't want to hear that bullshit, man. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's because like when Domingo talks shit about Nancy Pelosi or whatever he's doing, Nancy Pelosi never hears about that, Right. So then they want to call like you or I bullies because if we talk shit about rubberneckers, people in their space will probably hear about it and it'll get back to them. Nothing Domingo's ever said has made its way back to Nancy Pelosi. It just never happened.
Yeah, and it never will. It never will. So, right. John, give up that dream. Nancy Pelosi, you probably want to have sex with her and sleep with her, and I get that, but it's time to move on to something new. Soft, I do want to ask you a question, though. This is a very interesting development here because when we started covering John last Thursday on my show, there was a lot of negative John and fuck John and this and that and the third. Then you were on his show on Thursday and trying to bury the hatchet. I speculated that you guys were trying to form this alliance to take me down, take the two movement down once and for all, which, by the way, that will never happen. But now we're back here on a Saturday, just 2 short days later, and here we are throwing tomatoes and throwing dirt. So what's your relationship with this John Domingo as of today, July 8th, 2023?
My relationship with Domingo, and I bet he can confirm it in the chat, is we've always disagreed on almost everything, but we were always friendly. Like if you got this big group of people and there's like a couple that don't get along, but they always keep the peace and it's cool when you're hanging out together because no one wants to see their buddies fight or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the relationship Domingo and I have. I will shit on this show. I fully expect him to shit on me, but I think we buried the hatchet about the personal animosity that there was about it.
Yeah, I get that, man. But I'll take this off Kevin Brennan. It's like apologies and makeups doesn't sell. You know what I mean? Fuck the apology. Fuck the, we were friends once before and now we're trying to make a fuck all that shit. Fuck this John guy. What does he know? What does he have to offer you that, you have to be a friend with him? You guys are friendly? Good.
He has nothing to offer me. What I really felt bad about it because I know he was bummed out about that soundboard, and I was like, I thought it was a joke, you know what I mean? He was very upset about it, so I felt I'll shit on anyone, and if I really don't like you, then I don't give a fuck what you think, I cared what Domingo thought. I spent lots of hours talking to the guy, privately or whatever, and him and I disagree on everything. He cheated me out of the fantasy football championship.
Whoa. What do you mean?
Yeah.
He cheated you out of the fantasy football championship? What?
Yes. Yes.
Go ahead. What happened? Because, a lot of people here today, they have no idea. This is their first time, really experiencing this John character. So what happened? He burned you for money or he robbed you?
No, it was just a friend. Here's what happened. It was funny. They were making their group of friends, rubberneckers and stuff, were making a fantasy football league, and they couldn't fill out the league. And Boomer Bob said, Soft loves football. He'd get in on it. And Domingo didn't want to invite me. So then he invites me, and I'm dominating. And the only guy close is him. You know what I mean? Because Domingo follows football too. The only guy close is him. And then there comes that week where the Buffalo game gets canceled. And I got 3 players on Buffalo, that are good for a bunch of points. So I just lose all those points and Domingo wins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Typical. Typical.
Yeah. He cut me out of the chat too because I was making fun of him in the chat. He turned off the fantasy football chat because I was fucking with him like, fuck you, Domingo, I'm kicking your ass. And so he cut off the chat and then
free speech matters. I just want to say that free speech matters. If you're a podcaster, if you're doing a live show, you should never ban anyone from your chat unless they're spamming, of course. But this is a bad characteristic trait from John Domingo where he just blocks everybody who disagrees with him. And he did that to you in the Discord. That's kind of fucked up. Free speech matters, John. Free speech matters. Continue, Soft.
Well, when we came into that first Boomer Bunker show, I know we boosted their numbers because a bunch of people started watching so they could comment. We had a whole thing about everyone in our own separate chat was all upset, like all the steps you had to go through to get a fucking Rumble account so we could comment.
Yeah, it's quite annoying, that Rumble platform.
I have some. Let's see. Some more.
Well, I guess.
Well, do you have something?
No, good.
Well, I was gonna say we can go over more of your coverage, but while you're here, did you watch the Rumble Fridays from Steel Toe? Yeah,
I wasn't able to watch much yesterday, but what do you have? Let's dive into it.
All right, I have the. Let me see, where is it? Let me find it. Hold on, it'll take a second. Well, because they did 30 minutes on YouTube, and then they went over to Rumble. Here, I'll just pull up the YouTube and share the screen. Because they did 30 minutes on YouTube, and then they went over to Rumble. The first, I don't watch the whole Steel Toe show anymore because all the stuff in the middle is shit. The only thing that's good is the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of coping. Yeah, a lot of coping that goes on in that first 30. That first 30 minutes is where the gold is. In between, it's pretty much just we're using the word ripoff. That seems to be the word of the day. It's a ripoff of Rubberneckers or vice versa. A lot of political talk, you know.
Yeah, it is a ripoff of Rubberneckers. I mean, if you want to talk about people having a clever right-wing take on politics, I would say Boomer Bunker does it way better than Steel Toe ever has. Boomer Bunker, I mean, if you want to have, hold on.
Oh, this is fucking their intro bullshit music. They
Yeah,
copied
their
off me.
bullshit intro. But if you want to talk about having like clever hot takes about right-wing political stuff, Bob and Jamingo do a way better job than Aaron and April ever have.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. John does a shitty job. He's just there because Bob needs somebody to speak to. Bob really carries that show. If it wasn't for Bob, the Boomer Bunker would cease to exist.
Boomer Bob is a legend. I'll agree with you there. In my mind, I love Bob. I think he's funny and clever, and he's another reason that I just wanted to clear the slate with Jamingo. You know what I mean? Because his two co-hosts on his two shows are both friends of mine.
I guess. I mean, look, man, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, but burying the hatchet, I mean, is pretty gay, if you ask me. But whatever. You're gonna do what you're gonna do. That's fine, soft. That's fine. I mean, did I not teach you anything on the 2 months?
Oh,
that I had you
I'm
on?
still a student at my age. That's terrible. All right, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, play it up.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's get past this shit. It's like that battle march music, you know what I mean? Like they're fighting their way through it all.
Frames on OBS this morning. Wonderful. Hey, everybody. I can't tell you what it is. I don't know. We fixed everything on our end.
Yeah.
I don't think it's really dicking too many people over because it's
shit.
not dropping too bad, but it is fluctuating. The light's going from green to yellow. It's
Let me fix that.
obnoxious. But it just seems like every morning this week, it's decided to dick with us. So I don't know what to tell you. Somebody did have a conspiracy theory in the chat. I got to turn that off. I can't watch that. Blink like that. Somebody had a conspiracy theory in the chat that it's actually not Rumble's fault.
What is it?
That our KBS is doing that. It's
By the way, everyone in the chat, we're throwing tomatoes at Soft right now because he cannot pull up a video.
I don't think that's
get your
the case.
tomatoes out.
I
Throw
thought
them.
it was.
Oh no, I'm getting tomatoed.
It's a valid theory.
Sean Rass says
Hold on,
it's not.
I think I got it
Rumble,
figured out now. Here we go. Oh.
John Domingo, you should, not be calling tomatoes gay. You should be embracing tomatoes and incorporate more vegetables into your diet.
Oh, look, dude, I'm overpowering my computer, so we're going to be lagging for a second. My poor computer is feeling
Two movement.
My computer is feeling like Domingo running up the stairs for his extra roadcaster. Just so overworked.
Slow, overworked, out of breath. But this is why everyone in the chat, I mean, if you guys haven't realized it by now, the 2 movement is alive and prosperous. There's no equipment failures. You watch a clean stream through and through. I mean, look at my video right now. It's smooth as fuck. All
I have to say about that is drop a deuce and vote number 1.
Wow. This is what you guys get for the one, whatever you guys are called.
This is the one movement right here. You get that circle.
Yeah, the circle of death, as we all just wait and patiently taking up everybody's time.
Citizen M and Jeff Clother are letting me have it. What's going on here?
As they should. Throw them tomatoes.
Hold on. I'll try and do something here. DiCaprio is sabotaging.
Mm-hmm. Sabotage, yep.
This is complete bullshit. Hold on, I'll get it. Because the first 30 minutes of Steel Toe is a cope session on that Friday show. And then I went over to Rumble, which is funny. I go over to Rumble for the whole show.
Yeah.
And it says they had 8,500 views. Does anyone believe that?
8,500 on Rumble.
Yeah. Does anyone believe that?
Yeah, this whole Rumble thing. Oh, we're going to go over to Rumble. Rumble's, the next great platform. Thank you to Rumble. These are Steel Toe's words. It's like, did we all just forget, like, just last week, they were shitting all over Rumble. They were claiming the numbers were fake. And now because, they have more views than they have on YouTube, now Rumble is the best. It's like, well, which one is it, Aaron?
Right. There's a thing where when they got kicked off YouTube, Aaron says, we're going back to Rumble. And I put Rumble, but they use a 4 times multiplier. And then Domingo jumps in and goes, do you have proof or you're just talking out your ass?
Oh, yeah,
and
we covered that. I covered that on the show.
It was just like, dude, I was just repeating what Aaron said, but Domingo is so bloodthirsty.
He's a steel toe cuck. He's a steel toe cuck. He's a steel toe simp. He loves him some Aaron. He's pretty gay for Aaron, if you ask me. I mean, that's characteristics from somebody who's overly infatuated by another man, which is pretty odd and bizarre. I mean, it's all right. I mean, if you're gay, whatever, we don't discriminate, but just be open about it. You don't have to hide it, Domingo. Just be open that you love this man, and if given the opportunity, you would do some pretty naughty things to him. Let's just leave it there because it's we're on YouTube after all.
Yeah, and I feel the same way as you do. Is like if Domingo thinks Aaron's sexy, that's none of my business. You know what I mean? But I don't want to hear about your devotion to this guy all the time and just whatever Aaron does is right. And, I ain't trying to hear all that shit.
Well, while you're waiting on this, I have a steel toe tweet that I seen Aaron post. Right. I'll put it up on my screen here. Actually, no, I'll do it this way because you guys could probably see it better. Now you should be able to see my screen, correct?
Yes.
So this was Steel Toe yesterday after they got off of Rumble. You good?
Wait, hold on. I see your black screen. Hold on. Let me get rid of my old screen. All right, now I see yours. Yep, go.
All right, so this was right after they signed off of Rumble yesterday, Friday. And it goes, Steel Toe Aaron says, Rumble Friday, and this is capitals, a smashing success. Thank you, everyone. That platform really has embraced our show. It's important to branch out and not get stuck in one suffocating group or place. Do a real show, expand, and grow. Thanks for your support in setting Steel Toe apart from the tired. So it's just him like taking this victory lap, this weird victory lap of how Rumble has been treating them nice and they're a different show than the rest. It's like, dude, you know, the first opportunity, the next time Chad Zumach falls off his bike, you're going to be covering it. You know what I mean? So this whole smokescreen, how they're a different show and they're a real show, they cover real topics.
It's not Rumble, new computer.
It's all
time.
bullshit.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. And I don't like the way they're saying they're like Rumble wants us. Of course they do, because Rumble doesn't have anyone. And then they make it like YouTube doesn't want us on their platform. Well, here's the thing. YouTube doesn't care. They have rules. You follow them or you won't be on the platform, right? Now, they want to go to Rumble and somehow Mersh is getting them in contact with the VP of creative content. I mean, Mr. YouTube never called me when I started my channel. What the fuck are they doing over there? If Aaron's their number one thing, like the VP of content's calling them up, going, "Oh, dude, that shit's dead already," right?
Yeah, and it's, you know, who knows how true that even is. I mean, do you honestly think that Steel Toe Morning Show is talking to the head of Rumble? Get the fuck out of
Mr.
here.
Rumble, yeah, I don't know. They seem to be pretty excited about it. They were making sure they pronounced his name right, Shiraz or whatever it was. I was just like
Shab or whatever.
Yeah, I'm just like Mr. YouTube never called me, dude. I just said I want to have a channel and I did it. That was it.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre, dude. How are we doing on this
All right,
clip?
here, I think I got it now.
You got it?
Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe you could have a good point.
Why don't you send the link to me and I'll share my screen?
It's not dropping many frames. I haven't heard anybody.
It's the Friday show
about the thing. It could just be
nobody could see this.
It could just be the
right. It's the Friday show. All right, I stopped streaming. It's the Friday show. Just the morning show.
All right. So you want me? What's it right at the intro?
Yeah, just go through the intro and then the cope is amazing.
All right, 1 sec. Guys, again,
My poor
blame
little
all the technical difficulties. Just blame Softcast. We know the deal.
My poor little computer's getting overpowered, dude. I got to buy a new one.
All right. Now I have my audio routed differently, so I'm pretty sure this will work though if I share the sound. But give me a second here. This is why I don't fucking do other shows, but you know, it's the least I can do.
Yeah, this is a big step out for you, John. I really appreciate it. Actually, I want to tell you that, man. I know you don't do other shows, so thank you.
Let's see here. So what do I do? Present. We'll do share screen. Don't show me this again. Share screen. And I want to do Rumble Friday on Steel Toe. Share tap audio. All right, I think we're good. Can you see that?
Yep.
Can you hear it? You heard that, right?
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
Rumble Friday, and happy KBS dropping frames on OBS this morning. Wonderful. Hey, everybody. I can't
Dr.
tell you
Chow
what
is
it is.
calling
I
me
don't know.
poor
We
in
fixed
chat.
everything on
I'm
our
a poor
end.
now.
Dr. Chow's calling you poor?
Yes.
What's-
he says,
Good.
not poor computer, poor man.
What's been going on? This beef that you have with Dr. Chow. Not to get sidetracked, but this is pretty interesting, man. Because I happen to be a Dr. Chow sort of supporter. Him and Lil Amir's podcast. They've been landing like these fucking, I mean, just legends of guests. Ray DeVito, Earl Skakel. They had Crip Mac and fucking Big Gay Lion, Mark Harley on the other day, which I didn't get to. We'll get to it tomorrow. But what's going on with your beef with Dr. Chow, man?
Well, I don't know. Well, I guess it is a beef. I think, and I've told him this this much as well to him, is I think that he was doing the power rankings and he was being a very effective commenter and very funny, and then he started going on shows and then doing his own show with Little Mir and stuff, and then he forgot about the power rankings. I mean, it just seems like he quit doing the thing that brought him to the table. You know, that's how I feel about it. You know, I thought his power rankings were good. You know, like Carlos was talking about what a great writer he was after power rankings number 3. And then it took 2 weeks for number 4 to come out. And then there's no number 5. And you know what I mean? He seems like he's clever and stuff, but I don't know.
Well, that's a fair criticism, man. You know, I looked forward to those rankings as well. And, you know, the last 2 weeks, you know, if I were to say I was disappointed would be, I guess, an understatement, but hopefully he puts him out. Hopefully he puts him out.
Yeah. He told me after, when he went 2 weeks to the last ratings that came out at the end of June, he said, Carlos Danger said it would probably be good to put him out on Fridays. So that's what I'm going to do now. Well, Friday was yesterday and there's no new power ranking. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, is it something we can count on or not? Or is he more concerned about repping? I don't know what that thing he wears around his head is. That like, you know, I don't know. He seems more concerned on being a character rather than doing anything.
Hijab or hijab? What the fuck's it called?
No, that would be one that covers his face. He's wearing like some kind of thing around his head, like he's in the PLO or something. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't care that he wears it, but.
All right, let's get back. You want to get back into this, Dr. Chow? Get on those rankings, man. Everyone looks forward to them. So let's get back into this
I don't
shit.
think it's really dicking too many people over because it's not dropping too bad, but it is fluctuating. The light's going from green to yellow. It's obnoxious, but
so
it just seems like every morning.
Can't handle it, dude. His computer can't handle a restreaming to 2 platforms, so he's feeling bummed out.
And he gets super chats. I mean, that's how he makes his living. So again, this is something I've brought up time and time and time again. I'm sure you have too, but it's like you make your living off fucking super chats and you reinvest 0 back into the show. It's like, so again, picture me as a fan. I'm not, by the way, but picture me if I was one of their dumbass fucking stupid fans like John Domingo and I'm donating money to their show. And then week in and week out, this is what I get. And it's actually gradually getting worse where their computer's not working. He's blaming it on OBS and all this other crazy shit. It's like, well, what am I fucking, investing in? What am I putting my hard-earned money into this for? What am I getting out of it? Just so you could pay your bills? It's like, again, at that point, get a fucking job.
Yeah. And here's the thing, like, all right, that rig in their basement is their income, right? So say if you make $15K a month as an Uber driver, aren't you going to make sure that the oil's changed on your car? And you know what I mean? If you need the water pump replaced, you do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's their income right there, and he's not reinvesting in anything.
Yeah, it's pathetic. He's gotten one mic arm boom since I started watching this show back in, like, I guess it's been like since October now.
Yeah, remember we were going to do a bit where we reached behind us and held up like 14 mic booms. It's like, dude, you don't have a backup? What the fuck's the matter with you?
Right. No, it's just wild, man. It really is. You know, to try to sell this product. What blows my mind more is the audience that continuously, super chats him. It's like, again, what are you doing it for? And
we'll have to ask.
It goes back to my point.
Domingo. He doesn't super chat, but we'd have to ask him.
I'd be surprised. He probably has a few burner accounts. He's probably Zen Rhino, honestly, in disguise. That's probably one of his sock accounts. But it's just wild, man. And it goes back to my point where it's like Aaron has this crazy, way of manipulating people. So much so where he's like a cult leader, where people would just give him money blindly to talk about Nancy Pelosi. It's like, again, you could go to any of these shows and listen about Nancy Pelosi. Like, the world doesn't need another political commentator commenting on Nancy Pelosi. Like, we have plenty of those. All right. So let's do something a little different, outside of the box thinking. Maybe let's try a bit. They do nothing on this show. Nothing.
No, they don't do anything. They think it's original. It's kind of like basic morning radio without any of the production, Yeah. It lacks all the stuff that makes morning radio good.
All right, I'm gonna keep playing. Are
All right.
you sculling right now?
Oh, I am. Skull, you heard that?
Skola.
Dude, I was sweating this morning to make sure the stream came off all right.
I will say, it's definitely better, than the last 2 weeks. Now, part of that reason is probably because it's my presence that's making it great. But in all
Agreed.
seriousness, way better. I don't know what you did differently, but it's just running a lot smoother.
It is. I'll talk to you later after the show. I'm sure we'll talk again. But yeah, I changed some stuff around. I got a funny story. I won't share it on the air, but I got a funny story. I'll tell you where I think it's all your fault.
Oh, so now you're doing my bit back to me?
You want to hear it
Wow.
now? Because it's pretty funny.
Sure. Yeah, give it to me.
All right. So remember when you helped me set up my stream and everything?
What?
Like the
was that?
first time adjusting frames, all that
Yes.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah. So shit was looking terrible, and I was like, you know what? Just start over from fucking scratch. So I uninstalled OBS and downloaded the newest version, and then I took their recommended settings, and look at me now.
So what's that have to do with me?
Well, all the settings you gave me sucked.
Okay. So it's my fault, of course. Fucking little
I
weasel.
know you were trying to help, dude. I don't know. I thought you were moving me in the right direction, but evidently I was wrong because I'll tell you all the tech settings they gave me, but they switched it around for me, and now it's working perfect.
Yeah, I don't think it's me. I think it's honestly people who are over the age of 45 and try to do all this shit. It's like they don't know how to work any, this shit themselves. It's pretty fascinating where I think, if somebody out there were to do a case study on this, it would be pretty interesting. That's all I'll say.
Oh, I would like to see that case study because I think the people that put out, generally speaking, people that put out put together podcasts are closer to my age than your age.
Really?
Yes.
See, I strongly disagree with you. Like the multiple choice answers on a test. It says agree, kind of agree, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. I'm going strongly disagree with that one.
Well, how old's your hero, Red Bar?
I don't know. I think he's at least 40. I want to say. I don't know exactly how old he is.
Is he only 40? He looks older than that. Holy shit.
Well,
Poor
he's
guy.
got like a crazy fucking disease that's aged him fucking 15 years in the last year. So
I think there's kind of a sweet spot that's a little older than you and a little younger than me. But I think really that people my age get a rap as not being tech savvy or whatever. But I don't think that's necessarily true.
yeah, I don't know. We'll have to agree to disagree on this one. You want to get back into the steel toe?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
It's just
This
all
week,
coke. So
it's decided to dick with us, so I don't know what to tell you. Somebody did have a conspiracy theory in the chat. I got to turn that off. I can't watch that. Blink like that. Somebody had a conspiracy theory in the chat that it's actually not Rumble's fault.
What is it?
That our KBS is doing that. It's YouTube's fault because they don't want us bouncing back and forth. I don't think that's the case, but I thought it was a really interesting theory.
It's a valid theory.
Sean Red.
It's a valid theory that YouTube is sabotaging their program because they made the move to Rumble. She's so dumb, bro. I really can't with her. I can't.
And I hate when people do that is because I always say some people are sane, and that's when I'm trying to do something sly, not say it, but say it. And that's what he's doing there. Some people are saying it's YouTube's fault. I'm not saying it, but some people are. And then she's like, oh, it's valid. Yeah, for sure. So that's what they're saying.
Yeah, it's like literally coming from the horse's mouth.
Right.
April obviously being the horse in this scenario.
Yes. She is horse-faced. Not as much as that chick from that Sarah Jessica Parker chick, but April's got a little horse face.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. She's just the dumbest broad I've ever fucking laid my eyes on.
Right. Yeah, let's check this out for a few more. We won't go forever. I'm happy everyone was here today, and I just want to make sure the stream worked right now. I know that I'm going in the right direction, so it'll be better in the future. But let's check out this quote for a little more.
Well, again, the one movement, softs, whatever movement tends. Once you think everything is going good, it's just gonna. It will fail. It will fail. That's why the one movement is the one movement, and the two movement is prospering better than ever, ladies and gentlemen. Two movements. Sign up now. Or you don't have to sign up. There's no sign up, but just join now. Soft, I'll welcome you into the two movement. You could ditch your own movement.
Never.
And I'll welcome you into that movement. So
I'll be the one movement is just like that cartoon of like a guy with a little boat on a like a 10-foot deserted island way out in the middle of nowhere. That's the one movement. That's me all by myself.
Well, it's like you and WATP Kevin, Which where's he been?
WATP Kevin is a good guy.
And where's he been though? He's like fallen. Him and Addicted to Profits are in the Bahamas, just fucking ghosted everyone. It's wild.
Addicted to Profits, dude. He got beat up. That's why he's gone. He got beat up.
R.I.P.
by Melton, and I'm no Melton sycophant. I don't want to give that guy too many accolades, but yeah, he got beat up. Yeah.
Fuck Melton. That's what I have to say. Clip it.
Says it's not Rumble, new computer time. Maybe you could have a good point. It might not be Rumble. It's not dropping many frames. I haven't heard anybody complain about the thing. It could just be, I don't know. It could just be the KBS on our OBS and everyone else is good. I don't know.
I don't think
could just be you're stupid and dumb and shouldn't be doing this at all. Maybe you should get a job. Indeed.com, I know they have a bunch of applications for, a janitor or, a lawn care service guy. I mean, I'm sure you would fit right in there, Aaron. So it's not fucking Rumble's fault.
Right. He's fault. He's going like he'll say it in a second. He's like, sometimes the light is green, sometimes it's yellow. I don't know. He's just so clueless.
Stupid ass.
I think it's the computer. We don't have an issue streaming anywhere else.
Yeah, yeah. It's all fine everywhere else. So Stevie J says Aaron hating on tech and engineering issues is honestly my favorite. He's so anti-nerd. I really am anti-nerd. But what do you do, right? The world is run by nerds. Cynically Insane says the e-begging will be intolerable if he needs to buy a new computer. No. You don't understand how our e-begging works. You guys don't pay for anything extra. You literally pay to keep our show on the air. We take care of the rest.
Same goal every day.
Yeah,
Same goal.
Oh my God. Do you believe the balls on this motherfucker?
Jesus. And just look at this. I always say a picture could tell 1,000 words. Look at this picture right here. They can't even look at the camera and address that in a in a straight fucking face. They have to look away, look down.
Yeah, it's like they go, you don't pay for anything extra. You just pay to keep the show on the air. They don't have regular jobs, so the show pays for everything. The show pays for everything. Yes, if you need a new computer, Super Chatters will pay for it. The show pays for everything, you cocksucker.
There was a streamer that when I first started watching Steel Toe, he would make fun of. And his name was DSP, Dark Side Phil. Yeah. And I never really got into DSP stuff or the lore of DSP. All I know is when he would cover this guy DSP, he would make fun of DSP for crowdsourcing, for new equipment or, a new microphone or, just whatever. He would crowdsource from his audience. And it's like literally, how the chickens come home to roost. It's fucking the irony in all this.
Yeah. What? It's just, dude, it's like arrogant. He's like, no, you guys pay $15,000 a month to just see April and I broadcast, but your money doesn't pay for any of our living expenses. That's, you know what I mean? Yes, it pays for all of it. What a dickhead. Right.
Every day. If we have to buy 6 new computers, goal doesn't change.
If we have to buy a new kidney for Aaron,
that's good for us.
Goal doesn't
stays
change.
The same.
Yep. Goal doesn't change. if I need a kidney. Hopefully I don't need a kidney.
You don't.
'Cause
I
I-
might. Do you know, or a spleen? Do you know what I did just before the show started?
What did little klutzy April do?
We woke up late, you and I, so I was rushing. I was sprinting down here, and I had my coffee in my hand, and I fucking fell down the stairs. I fell down the stairs, and I spilt coffee all over. Like, somehow it was only this much. I spilt like an inch of my cup, but it was enough that it was on me. I had to clean it up.
Can you picture April falling down the stairs with coffee? Like, what a dumb bitch. She can't even walk. She
Yeah,
trips.
and why is she sprinting down the stairs? I mean, Aaron doesn't care when she gets there. You know what I mean? She can take her time. Aaron's happy to pontificate on his own. She can show up whenever. Matter of fact, yeah, he likes it better when she's not there because he can say shit she won't like.
It's just funny, dude. It's funny. I've never tripped one time walking to the studio with a cup of coffee. Yeah, I get here when I get here. You know what I mean? Imagine me tripping and then going on air and then proceeding to admit that I tripped and spilled my coffee and now I need a new spleen. It's like,
I've
Jesus.
tripped trying to run up the stairs before, but never tripped going downstairs.
Yeah, I think didn't Jamingo trip going down the steps?
Yes.
Jesus. So Jamingo and April, two trippers.
There you go. Jamingo
trippers.
likes coffee as well. Dunkin' Donuts, baby.
I guarantee John Jamingo has bought in the steel toe coffee.
Yeah, I bet he has some.
What a fucking cock.
He wants to grind April's magic bean.
What a fucking cock.
I hurt myself catching my coffee.
See, they're saying that, it's new computer. I don't think it is. Our CPU usage when we go on is 1.5%. Like,
I think we're fine.
the computer's a tank. I don't think it's that. There's some kind of, it's when we started streaming to Rumble again that once in a while it would act up like that. So it's got to be something. There's a button we got to push or a string we got to pull to make sure that that's okay. Because yesterday it was fine. Yesterday we had no problems.
Stop it for a second.
So I'm not really,
because he says once we started streaming to Rumble again. So remember when they went to Rumble before? They were like, "Oh, Rumble's great," blah 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 blah, and we'll maybe make that our new home, our new platform. And then they came back to YouTube. But what's funny is he's just telling us that once they came back to YouTube, they just at some point quit even trying to stream to Rumble again. They're like, "Fuck Rumble." And then when YouTube kicked them off again, then they're all like, "Oh, yay, Rumble." Once, it's fucking dumb.
It's real quick. It's funny. John Jamingo in the chat says, "I don't have steel toe coffee." It's like, that's exactly what somebody with steel toe coffee would say. You cock. And then Dr. Chow says, "Jamingo, learn to walk, dork." That's great. Anytime you could squeeze in the word dork into a burn, it makes that burn so much better.
All right, let's see what else they got.
Well, we had no problems after we restarted the stream, right? Didn't we have to restart it?
No, that was an encoding issue with Rumble. That was not that was not this. No, that was a totally different thing. But I don't know. I'm excited. It's Rumble Friday. If you are on YouTube, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. There is no reason not to come over to Rumble with us today. After at 6:30. We're gonna give the intro away to the YouTube people, and then after that, we're gonna cut YouTube loose, and you're all coming over to Rumble.
Now, I said this. I forget who I said this to or where I said this to. I might have dreamt about this. I don't know. But a lot of what he's doing, this model right here, is the Steven Crowder model. Another guy he's made fun of in the past, talked a lot of shit on. Yep. But now he is, subtly taking that Steven Crowder model, where Crowder will go on for a half hour, whatever it is, hour 15, and then convert everybody over to, his Mug Club or Rumble now, I guess it is. So it's just another thing that Aaron does, which is pretty crazy. I'm actually getting a call.
Yeah,
from,
he doesn't like.
I'm sorry. Here, hold that thought. But I'm getting a call from Minnesota. Do I dare answer it? I think it's Cowpote. It might be this fucking dude Cowpote who just stalks my shit. Here, I got to put it on mute because I don't want any information getting out there.
All right.
But here, continue with your point.
Well, shit, I lost it. but he rags on Crowder, and then, like you're saying, he's totally stealing that model. It's in some ways it's similar to like what Brennan does, and a lot of guys do now is they put up the live and then put it right behind Patreon. But this model is a little different. Like, start watching, and then you got to come over to see the rest. I'm not sure how that works, because for me, Aaron's not going to say, like, if he gives me the first half hour for free, I'm fine with that. I missed the last half hour, but I don't have to go to Rumble. Maybe I will or whatever. But now MLC, when they do it with a Patreon or whatever, is because shit happens on that show, and if you didn't watch it live, then you join the Patreon so you can see it later. Unless people like me that ripped it, and you don't have to join everyone because it's a lot of work, but.
By the way, update on that phone call. Nobody was on the other line, so I don't know who the fuck it was, but that was very weird. We're covering
from
these,
Minnesota.
Yeah, very strange. All right, you want to get back into this? Just let me know when you want to cut it. And
yeah, we're about done. We'll watch a few more minutes. Show's been going on a while. It went well. I want to thank you for being here. Let's watch a couple more minutes.
All right, let's play. Is our buddy Gino Bisconti on today?
No, he is not, because my plan was to snipe him, and he wasn't.
Wow.
And
So
I've
he's
been
scared.
looking for a jump roping update or something. I don't know what's going on there. I'm worried about him.
Hashtag Gino's a lib. Let's continue.
And after that, it's going to be a really fun show.
I agree.
King of all diffs says 36-year-old boomer. Xander,
It's going to be a really fun show.
Xander with $4.99 says happy Friday. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Beldrain with $5 says hate speech is a really, really bad thing on YouTube. It's true. On YouTube, it's a terrible thing.
Yes.
Aaron says he
Meanwhile,
loves
over
hate
on
speech.
Rumble, Greasy N-word with $5 says
real
y'all
name.
need a new greasy PC and shit. Scarface with $5 says morning y'all. Just a reminder to April that it's Shark Week. Turn in to watch these majestic creatures murk a seal.
I'm going to jump ahead a little
All
bit
right.
because there's a cope in here I think was clipped. It was either from this Friday show or Thursday, I forget, but he goes off on a fan, I think.
Or you can stop and then we'll all go, haha, Sydney left. So you've put yourself in an untenable situation. And now look at you. You're losing your mind.
Yeah, this is it.
It's fantastic.
Look at how quickly you need to fire off comments.
You literally just pulled an I know you are, but what am I?
At the end of the day, April
Come
still
on.
isn't satisfied. What do you have to do with that equation? Are you going to make it any better for me?
You're gonna-
Is that
oh.
the thing? Am I going to jump into your bed because you claim I'm not satisfied?
Sydney, she's not satisfied.
And keep your eyes, on Aaron as he folds his arm, as he touches his mic 37,000 times throughout, while he's trying to own somebody, one of these chatters. Very uncomfortable behavior, very just not present, not listening really much of what April says at all.
No, he's coping. Yeah, watch it. You're right. His body language is great here.
You might have a shot.
There's a mic touch.
Don't
No,
worry.
none of you have a shot.
Annoyed Wawa supervisor letting us know Sydney is still banned from our Hillsborough Avenue store for passing bad checks and trying to steal iron rhino pills. Oh, those are the fake Chinese boner pills.
Yeah.
Their dad called and asked if we could lift the ban, but girl name is still 86th. It's too bad.
Well, Sydney's idol must have been buying those for their dog.
That could be it. Because, well, if they're a Red Bar fan,
Yeah. Oh, they are. They totally are.
they've got to molest their
They
dog.
completely are.
If you're a Red Bar fan, you have to molest your dog to be like Mike. Then you have to rot away, and then you have to groom a teenager. I will tell you this. For a guy who not extorted, what's the word? When you take money from your partners in your business.
Ooh.
Somebody in the chat will have it.
Embezzlement, Aaron.
But
Grow
when
up.
you steal money from your
You stole.
partners,
Embezzlement,
when you
you
steal
dummy.
partner,
Did you hear what she just said? You stole. Here, I'll go back. Listen.
but when
All right, am I able to do this? Tell me if this zooms in. Is that zooming?
No, it's zooming behind you on your TV, not in the feed.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right. Well, fuck it. But hey, watch out. Watch April.
when you steal money from your
You
partners,
stole.
when you steal partner,
You stole, right? Did I get that one right?
Yeah. She's like,
So
right? I
dumb.
called it.
So dumb.
Your partner's money, groom a teenager, are rotting away from cancer, and you've molested your dog. I have to say, embezzlement. That's what it is.
So he's going at Red Bar. He's going at Red Bar right here.
Yep.
And this is a point that I had brought up on the show on Thursday, and Jay was kind of pointing out as well, Jay Etheridge, that let's just say all those things are true about Red Bar. He embezzled money, he jerked off a dog, he groomed a teenager. Let's just say all the worst things are true about Red Bar. Does that take away from the fact that Steel Toe and Aaron is one of the worst show, if not the worst show on the internet, and Aaron is, effectively a lolcow? Does that change the fact?
No, it does not. This is I know lolcow people that they do shows. Generally they're like people by themselves or whatever, but this is a lolcow show. You know what I mean? The whole thing, everything about it is laughable, and Aaron has no idea. He thinks it's a good show, it's a fun show. I just can't ever get over it. He can't identify everything that's wrong with it. It's immediate to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny watching him fucking cope his life away, man. It's pretty remarkable shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
you want to watch? Do you got something else you want to play, or we can call this to an end? I appreciate you being here, but we've been here almost 2 hours now.
Yeah, I'll stop sharing it. Just get our screens right so we're it's not a black screen when I click stop sharing.
Yeah. All right. All right. This was kind of a hoping I wouldn't embarrass myself again show, and I think it went really well. Like I said, I need it was great to have a second mic here, John DiCaprio.
And John Domingo.
Yes. It was fun to have shit to bounce off people or whatever. I'll keep working to make this product better for everyone. It was a fun show. I hope everyone had a good time. The whole thing was I wanted to cover all this. I didn't know what you said about me. I heard the circle jerk thing, and I thought that was funny. So I get it. I can laugh at myself. It's no big deal. I'm happy. I buried the hatchet with Jamingo. That doesn't matter. That doesn't mean that if DiCaprio invited me on in the paint to talk about rubberneckers, that doesn't mean I wouldn't do it. I totally would do it, And that's not a hint to you. I'm just saying I'm not afraid of Jamingo. One of the things Bex posted a clip which was really funny. Jamingo was ragging on Bex, and then I was like, dude, Jamingo, Bex isn't a pussy. She's not fucking afraid of you. You better grow up, dude. So it's a good follow. Jamingo is a good follow, dude. He's a character. You know what I mean?
Well, he gets so worked up, man. Like, if anyone is saying anything negative about him in the chat, he'll ban you. His face starts turning red. He gets very worked up, and he's lying about, his Roadcaster run out the other day. We all know that was a flat out lie, Jamingo. Your Roadcaster didn't go out. You didn't run upstairs to get another Roadcaster to plug it in. That's all a lie. You were getting flustered, and you couldn't handle it. So let's just stop lying. Let's stop getting flustered on camera, Jamingo. Just worry about doing a goddamn show and not reading your live chat. And, it's pretty remarkable shit. This guy's been doing it for 15 plus years, and he's like rattled at the fact of a negative comment. I mean, it's pretty bonkers to me, man.
Yeah, he banned UI and Bex, and a couple other people. We were just in there poking him a little, and he banned us.
Free speech matters. Free speech matters. Never fucking forget it.
All right, everyone. Thank you for showing up today. Oh, and look at the poster. John DiCaprio is the only person that has the Pottstown poster. Look at that, baby.
It's the best.
All right, everyone, thank you for watching. I will endeavor to improve this, but I think I at least got it all worked out now, and now I can make it or work on making it look better and sound better. John, thank you for showing up, man. You helped a whole bunch. As you know, I will continue to sabotage your podcast at every chance I get.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. But it doesn't matter what happens, Soft. You could team up with Jamingo. You could team up with whoever, fucking Jody. You could team up with the president of the United States. You could team up with The Rock. I don't give a fuck, man. You will never take down the Two Movement. The Two Movement is alive and well. It's prospering. It's the best thing going on the internet. So, look, we'll still accept you over here to the Two Movement. I know, you are hesitant because you're in this one movement thing, but time, is on your side, man. We will happily accept you over here into the Two Movement, and you could put this whole one movement to the side.
All right, I'll consider it. Your show is live tomorrow at what time? 6-ish?
Tomorrow night, 5:30, 6 p.m. We'll be live on YouTube, covering everything that's happened since Thursday. Obviously, everyone knows it's a fun show. It's a fun week. So bring your tomatoes, bring your donuts. We have John. We add it to the board, and we also add it yourself, Softcast. I mean, we're going to be throwing tomatoes at Softcast, breaking down some of your flaws on this show, maybe throwing a donut or two at, your way, or definitely Jamingo's way for sure. But, yeah, man, 5:30, 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Yep, I will be there. Everyone, I recommend checking it out. Like I said, Win by Two is a good show. I always watch it. I was in the chat right up until like 2 minutes before I went on the Rubberneckers podcast. I love the show. John, thank you for being here. Everyone, thank you for giving me another chance after last week. I will endeavor to make this a better broadcast, but I think I worked it out that I've got the tech issues down now and I can make it happen now. I just got to fine tune. So thank you everyone for being here.
We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
All right. Peace out.